How prophetic prayer releases kingdom promises. Mark Virkler, Orlando, Florida. God speaks concerning prophetic prayer. For as the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return there without watering the earth and making it bear and sprout, and furnishing seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so will my word be which goes forth from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, without accomplishing what I desire, and without succeeding in the matter for which I sent it. For you will go out with joy and be led forth with peace, the mountains and the hills will break forth into shouts of joy before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Isaiah chapter 55 verses 10 to 12. What does my word mean? So will my word be which goes forth from my mouth, it will not return to me empty, without accomplishing. The Hebrew translation for word in this verse is debar, and its literal meaning is speech or speaking. The emphasis of this verse is that God is speaking his thoughts to us. The verse before says, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts." Isaiah chapter 55 verse 9. So rather than figuring out how to pray for a situation, I ask God what his thoughts and will are for the situation. A phrase or a picture lights upon my mind, meaning I have just received God's thoughts or the mind of Christ. I have just received the prophetic way to pray for the situation. Photo via Unsplash. So now I prophesy this word by speaking it in faith, and in my mind's eye, seeing it happen, i.e. a vision. I continue speaking and seeing as long as the phrase is resonating within me. Making it bear and sprout, time is involved. For as the rain and the snow come down from heaven, and do not return there without watering the earth and making it bear and sprout, and furnishing seed to the sower and bread to the eater. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 10. Okay, this idea is that a bit of time is involved in generating the miracle. Rain comes. It waters. Things sprout. Bread is eaten. Well, that normally takes a few months to occur, so I will need to be patient, knowing the prophetic word is working, producing the expected harvest. The promised results are, it will not return to me empty. Wow. Cool. This is a wonderful promise which I can rest in. It will not return to me empty, without accomplishing what I desire, and without succeeding in the matter for which I sent it. I speak forth the word God has spoken within, declaring it is done, knowing it is God's conception which is now in the process of being birthed. I rejoice that the victory is won. For you will go out with joy and be led forth with peace, the mountains and the hills will break forth into shouts of joy before you, and all the trees of the field will clap their hands. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 12. No more begging that God will do it. No more fear that it will not be birthed. No more grumbling or complaining as I wait for the harvest. Just a simple declaration, spoken into the atmosphere, that this is so. The work is accomplished. God's Spirit is moving, accomplishing his spoken word. So I celebrate. Now my emotions are in line with my confession. I have kingdom thoughts, kingdom pictures, kingdom confessions and kingdom emotions. I am in alignment. The thoughts of my mind, the pictures and emotions of my heart, and the words of my mouth all align. Now I am a vessel through whom the miracle-working power of God can flow. Now I am releasing heaven on earth. What a wonderful and joyful calling. Thank you, Lord. Photo via Pixabay. From the mouth of infants and nursing babes you have established strength. Psalm chapter 8 verse 2, out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants you have perfected praise. Matthew chapter 21 verse 16 NKJV. Established strength happens as we perfect praise, believing and thanking God that he has already performed the miracle. The promised result, the enemy and the revengeful cease. Psalm chapter 8 verse 2. Application exercise. Pray, Lord, what do you want me to prophetically intercede for? What is your spoken word concerning the situation? Tune into the flow, see what bubbles up, and speak it forth until the miracle is accomplished. Asterisk, please don't miss our emerging and newly found prophets. Subscribe here. Dr. Mark Virkler, President, Christian Leadership University, CLU, Communion with God Ministries. Email, cwg@cwgministries.org. Website, cwgministries.org, clueonline.com. Mark and Patty Virkler are the founders of Communion with God Ministries. They have co-authored 50-plus books. Their writings are unique in that they are designed to draw the learner into revelation-based learning. Mark has received a Master of Theology from Miami Christian University and a Ph.D. from Carolina Christian University. Patty has received a Master of Ministry and Doctorate of Ministry from Vision International University. Their focus has never been on degrees, but simply growing to maturity in the Lord. Degrees are viewed as incidental accomplishments and signposts along the road of life which can sometimes open up people's hearts and minds to hear, listen, and learn what they have to share. They have 2 children, Charity and Joshua.